I just woke up from a dream. I want to record this. I don't want to forget. I was in a house. There was many of us. We appeared inside of a house. There were booby traps everywhere. Outside of this house, there were so many people. It was like the Hunger Game. They were trying to hunt us down. I remember that none of us knew each other, but we realized that we were all targeted. Once we knew that we were all targeted, we were kind of grouping up as teams. I remember that I was running, me and all these other women, and I saw men. It was men and women. And I remember that when we went outside, there were these people that they were armored with weapons of destruction. They were trying to kill us. I remember there was one point where they thought that they had us. Remember that in every little area there was an obstacle of some kind, of a challenge. I remember a giant, a man that was like 9 feet tall, muscular. I remember that he was trying to fight us. I remember that right after that scenery, we somehow escaped and we appeared outside, but then somehow we got encircled by these people, evil people, and somehow it looked like they trapped us, and we were on the floor, on the ground. I remember that we were in a line, and the men and women, I remember that they were trying to rape the people that was with us. They were trying to rape us and kind of disgrace us and laughing at us. I remember the woman next to me, she was crying or something, weeping. And I remember this man that when he took his belt off and he was trying to do something to her, I remember that I said, "You are not going to touch me." When I said that to him, he looked at everyone. He started to laugh and he said, "Here we have a virgin." He said that word, "Here we have a virgin." He started to laugh, and I said again, "You are not going to touch me." And I got up, and everyone looked like they were waiting for him to kill me or something. And I got up, and I said, "You're not going to touch me, for I am the daughter of the living mighty God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob," I said to him. And as I said to him, as a commanding voice, I went up and I put my hands, and as he tried to come towards me, I opened my mouth and fire came out of my mouth. And no one could see this fire, but I kept going. Fire kept coming out of my mouth. And this man immediately started to scream and cry. And as he started to scream, everyone around got scared because they saw this man fall to the ground. And then the flames came out at the end. He burst into a fireball. And I looked at everyone, and everyone that was with me, they felt kind of like, "Oh yes, like something else is happening to us, kind of thing." Like, I can't explain it, but I remember that we were able to get out. And I remember that they all got encouraged by what was happening in that moment, because they all thought this was the end, that we were going to perish. But when I said that and I confirmed, that no, you're not going to touch me, everything changed. Suddenly, we started to run again, and more started to attack us. I remember a man had a weapon of a type of gun that threw bullets, like so many of them at the multiple times, quickly. And I remember as he threw it, it would not touch me. It's like if I was shielded, and it would not touch me, even as though I was moving quickly or something, but it was shielded, it was not touching me. I remember then somehow, as we ran, all of us, and they were trying to kill us, I remember that every single one of us, men and women, that were a part of this group, we were all being hunted and trying to be targeted to be killed. But we were being shielded and protected, and somehow we were finding our like imprinted gift, I guess. I don't know how to describe it, but I can only describe it as an imprinted gift that's imprinted and embedded and coded inside of us. And all of a sudden, I remember a young girl that she fell from the 3-floor building, and when she thought that she was going to die, she didn't. She flew, but when she came down a little bit rough landing, but she flew, and she realized, I flew. And then another one somehow fell, but somehow something with her hands, she did not fly, but something came out of her hands, like ice or wind or some sort. And we were all finding our imprinted gift of some kind. We were realizing that we were imprinted with a gift, but none of us understood what that was. We were just finding it out through the challenge and the obstacles that we were going through. That's how we found out. We found out when it got difficult, when things got really difficult. But finally, I woke up in a moment when we were waking up to this reality that us people that were targeted, that somehow we appeared, and we started to join together as teams, even though we did not know each other. We realized we had something in common. For whatever reason, they were targeting us specifically. And not only that, I mentioned to one particular person when this person wanted to rape me and discredit me and ridicule me in front of people. I got up and I said to this person, when he was trying to get next to the woman that was next to me, and the woman was weeping and crying, and about before he was going to touch her, I said, "You're not touching me." And he started to laugh. And then he said and clarified, "We have a virgin here." Remember what the scripture talks about of the 144,000 described as virgins. And then when I got up, I felt this immense heat inside of me. I felt the Father. And I clarified to this enemy, "You're not touching me." Because I saw them, they were impure, and even their mind was evil and wicked, and they wanted to do wicked things. They were so corrupted. But I just remember going up, just going up with courage and bravery like a lion. Bravery like a lion. And like a lion, courage. And I went up as that within me, like a lion. And I said, I am the daughter of the living Elohim, and you are not going to touch me. And as he laughed on my face and looked at everyone else, kind of like, look at this one, I said, I am the daughter of the living Elohim, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And as I looked at him, I opened my mouth, and flames of heat came out. No one could see, nor I could see with my physical eye, but I felt heat coming out of my mouth. And as I did this, just like you guys hear, sound of flames coming, but you could not see it. I kept going like this, and I kept moving my head, covering this man's body. Like if I had a hose and I knew where to target. And all of a sudden, this man, when everyone heard his cry, because they were like, what is she doing? Everyone heard his cry. He fell on the ground, and all of a sudden, he was crisp, burnt to the crisp, and fell on the floor. And everyone else, the enemy, screamed, and they started running like, oh no. Oh yeah. This dream was so long, and I know this, that it was long, but I cannot remember. I just remember that we were in a house, in some sort of booby trap house, all of us. It's like the whole world was this house. It's like the whole world was this house. Outside, inside, everything was booby traps everywhere. And we were the target. We became a target. The enemy, people that were involved in this agenda, they were all coming to attack, kill, and destroy the 144,000 before they come into their full who they are. I've had a dream before this, long time ago, that I shared with you guys. This dream was intense. I had to record it because it was so pieces by pieces by pieces by pieces that it was hard to grasp, because it was so much action going on that my mind it's just very hard for my mind to grasp what I saw and what I experienced. But I know, after waking up, I know that this was regarding the 144,000. That even though we did not know each other, even in the dream, we did not know each other personally. We had things in common, surrounded by so many traps, booby traps. And not only that, but just so many people, evil, wicked people, wicked mind after us. But I saw glimpses of other people's, how they were somehow defending themselves with finding their inner coded gift that's embedded inside of them, that they were not aware. They were finding this gift inside of them, but they were finding it by when it got really intense, when things got really intense, these internal gifts were coming out. Anyways, I had to record because this was immense. And even though I'm giving you guys a glimpse, I know what I saw, and I know what these wicked things were trying to do in a particular scene towards us, humiliate us, ridicule us, bring us down. Laughing at us. There's so many of them, and few of us. But the few of us at first, when we were running and trying to escape, eventually when we completely started to wake up to our calling, it got reversed. They became afraid of us, even though we were few in numbers. Even though we were few in numbers, and it was more of them than us, they became afraid of us. So in the beginning, it looked like they were winning because there were more of them, few of us, and we were running and trying to survive because bullets were flying. I mean, all kinds of weaponized things were flying out towards us. But somehow we were shielded, because not one perished, not one did I see drop, not one did I see die. But it got all confirmed as the dream continued further. It all started to get confirmed when the man called me, "We have a virgin here." It's a scripture regarding the 144,000 regards as virgins. And then when I got up, and flames of fire came out of my mouth and devoured the enemy, because they were coming towards me to attack me. And then I saw a glimpse of others with abilities. Everyone had different abilities. Again, that was imprinted, coded inside of them. We started to become more in tune and being aware, more awake into who we are. Because we realized that even though we were outnumbered physically, we realized, the 144,000 woke up completely of who they were when they started realizing, what? We were realizing these things were happening to us. That's when we realized we had more than we knew in common, and we were sticking together. But these that were outnumbering us, they became afraid of us. And let's put it this way, everything got reversed. Everything got reversed. We were like lions. As the lion is as the animals in the kingdom is afraid of the lion. We were like lions. Like lions. Everything was different. I don't know how to explain this, but this is the best that I can. All I can explain is that we were like lions. And I'm phrasing that because that's exactly how it felt. With courage, with authority, with command. And though they were more in number and we were few, the few outnumbered the numbered, if that makes any sense. Yeah, guys, that was my dream, and it was intense. And I am whispering because it's so early in the morning and people are sleeping right now. But I didn't want to forget. I hope you guys can hear me, what I'm saying. Those that have ears to listen will understand what I am saying. I would put some scriptures over this video so you can come together a little bit more. May Elohim bless you. Shalom.